and you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind. Curry stealing a little bit of LeBron's ritual here.
It's always tough for them in Golden State. I actually believe the Warriors take tonight, even though they've been up and down all year. Kuminga's out.
Yes.
Draymond's out. That kind of weakens the defense a little bit. But I think they're gonna take it by a few.
So, Adrian, can you hear me?
Defense, but yes, I can hear you.
So Austin Reeves. So my boy Watson out of Newark teach Austin Reeves how to handle. So Austin Reeves works out in the summer at Westside High School.
Wow, that's a cool story.
With Al Watson.
That's a real cool story.
No, seriously, every year with Al Watson. Al is one of the little point guards out of Newark that was really good, but he works him out. He worked out Oladipo. He's got 6 guys in the NBA, but his
you talking about Vanessa Watson's nephew?
Is Austin Reeves.
Wow, are you talking about
it could be
Vanessa Watson's nephew? Yeah, Lakers trying to go inside.
I don't know if they're related, but but he
Allen.
Out of Newark. He used to be one of my local guards. You got to get these ratings up.
Yeah, they're gonna have to come back up on here. They're gonna have to get a point on the board. That's the only way to attack. The only thing, about the big man, down low, that young man down low for Golden State is he doesn't even look at the basket half of the time. You see him get the rebound, he's right under the basket. Instead of going back up, he kicks it back out. Are we okay?
Yeah, he still don't understand his role.
What role is that? Get the rebound, turn around, go up, and what role is that? Please explain to me.
It's simple basketball. That's simple basketball, and he should know simple basketball. But today's players, they overthink. Trace is overthinker. He was the same way in college.
Nah, come on. Robots out here. Yeah, if I was a Lakers, I'd just dump it inside. It'd be over all day. You're not gonna be able to do anything with that.
Gary Payton kid put the shot on.
Yeah, right. Who'd have thought, right? I don't know. You think Buddy Hield stays or goes? Is he staying with Golden State or going? Because don't look like he blended in too well.
I think that's the place for him, but who knows? Buddy hitting his 30s, so he's 32 now. So he only got a couple more years.
Listen, Buddy Hield. 32 is a great age. I'm not understanding this. I'm not understanding this. I was still making all-star teams at 32. What are we talking about over here?
Today's silly GMs that, once a player gets 34,
what are we saying?
I agree with you, dude. That's a great age.
Players, man. Absolutely. I think, I still think that the game belongs to the gym rats. I really do. That's it. That's it. That's what he's been. That's what he's diminished to. Just running to the corner.
It over, so they might be in trouble.
Yeah, they keep on playing with them with the threes. See, Golden State, they like to get you all caught up in the 3 game and have you forgetting about going to the basket. When the Lakers started out, they started out, going inside. And now here it is, come down 2 threes in a row. Not a good idea.
The new game
totally changed.
Ruff, you had a few big men. You had a few big men.
Who'd I have?
You had Kurt.
Who'd I have? Kurt?
I said you had Kurt. He's down there doing work.
Yeah, Big Kurt.
For the Knicks back in the day. Kurt Thomas, Big Kurt.
Yeah, KT can put he could play a low block. And he can shoot too, but he could play that low block. And then, I had Joe. I would have Joe foul line extended.
Joe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Joe Smith, Joe could shoot. Smith could shoot, babe.
Yeah.
He could stroke it. Then he was taking you in there like Little Penny a little bit. Joe Smith had a nice game. Shoot him the
Joe.
link. Shoot him the link. See if he'll pop on the show.
Who, Joe?
Yeah. Shoot him that link. I
Joe ain't
sent
gonna.
you.
Joe is terrible.
Oh, he said, I'm out here, Goody.
When?
Come on, let's do some stuff. When I texted him last
he hit
week.
you? He hit you?
Yeah, we went back and forth about 2 times. I told him I was gonna catch up with him. Had alumni weekend. So yeah, we're gonna me and Joe, we're gonna do some things.
Well, I'm glad he hit you, man, because Joe good cat, man. He's just different. He good cat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Listen, we're all guilty of being young, and just doing things, and with youth. Wisdom and youth are not attached, and so we get older. We older now, So
Yeah.
new things, new times.
So that's good. Y'all should be able to do something down there in Norfolk. That's his home.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got Michael Vick, taking over Norfolk State.
Yeah.
Also, Old Dominion, a little worried right now. Quiet's kept.
Why?
All the schools in the area are worried. Michael Vick, he gonna take all of the football players. Everybody gonna want to go to Norfolk State, man.
Yeah, just like Deion had him over at Jackson State. Yeah.
Commodity is up, and you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind, chopping it up with my boys. Always excited. I got Dominique Don Dada Wilford over here, and Ernest Ruffin. Talk to us a little bit about YEO, the tournament, Christmas, you just all over the place, just, doing great things with kids right now, Ruff.
Well, YES.
YEO.
You were right. It started as YE. We started as YEO, but I got a cease and desist letter. Yeah. I got a cease and desist letter a few years ago saying that there's already a young entrepreneurs organization teaching youth entrepreneurship, and though we appreciate you guys doing it, stop using the name. I was like, oh shoot.
But listen, hey, it happens. There's so many different domains and names, and come on, there's only billions of people in the world. It happens.
Yeah. So what we did is this is a dollar sign, and so instead of changing, we just took the dollar sign and said it's an S for solutions. So we kept everything the same, and so now we're Young Entrepreneur Solutions, and I own the trademark to that, and so we could do that. But yeah, we teach kids in 25 or more cities across the U.S., all 3 islands in the Virgin Islands, London, Shoreditch, London, we got a program there. So yeah, we're doing that, and then it morphed into a HBCU basketball classic in the Virgin Islands, year 4. And so we're trying to do football in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, and then a women's tournament, in St. Croix as well. So I can get you involved with that. So we're trying to do women's HBCU, because we're getting a lot of complaints from the ladies saying, the guys are going back to the Virgin Islands again. When are we going? And so I'm saying, that's right.
Exactly.
That's a very but this shit ain't free. We got to get some sponsors.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So,
I tell the schools, y'all come up with some sponsors and we got them, but I can't pay for every damn thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, that dude is just long,
Let me tell you something. This Christie kid is solid.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
And the thing about it too is that, you think about it, just like Steph, he was around, around us, around the guys, around the girls, playing ball. Like, it's the whole culture.
Yeah, this kid is solid. He plays both ends too.
Just like Dee Brown, Brown's daughter, she ended up.
Oh yeah. Lexi's all right.
Lexi can ball, and like, believe it or not, in San Antonio, she's catching rebounds for me. When she was younger, and every day she came and rebounded the ball for me. When we were in San Antonio, and to see her become a star, or you got Cheryl Ford, who was always out in Utah, watching. Her dad wasn't that famous. I mean, Carmelone wasn't that famous, but there she's coming watching us practice. She's out watching us practice. Coming to spend time with her dad in the summertime. So then all of a sudden, 4 or 5 years later, I'm playing against Cheryl Ford. So it happens. So when you say Doug Christie, his son, he's got game, man. It's the culture. You grow up around us.
Yeah, the one thing that impresses me about these kids is, especially the NBA kids, is because their fathers, have money for the most part, and so the kids don't necessarily have to have the hunger to want to be a pro, but they do. I mean, they working. You know what I mean? So that's what impresses me.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that daggone Cade Cunningham. Man, that Cade Cunningham is going crazy out in Detroit. He going crazy.
Oh, that kid can play. Whose kid is that?
Triple double king.
Cade,
Cade ain't nobody's kid in the league. He just
he's just a baller.
He's just a hooper.
Yeah, he
Oh,
can
yeah.
I got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
What would you say is since you managed both careers in the NBA and WNBA, what would you say is the biggest difference in managing a career?
Oh, it's very simple. Very simple, Don. Very simple. Easy. The women are like having girlfriends. You got to talk to them all the time. They want to talk, even if you got nothing going on. I haven't heard from you, Ruff. What's You always got to communicate with the ladies. The guys only when something's going on.
Only when something's wrong.
For the most part, we got a meeting with Budget Rent-A-Car next week on the 2nd at 9:00, and you don't necessarily hear from them in between that time. You know what I mean? Unless something is wrong or they need something. But I had 10 ladies, so it'd be like, and then it's like I heard you was in town and you was hanging with Adrian. You didn't come see me, so it's like that's the big difference. It's really like having girlfriends. I'm not even joking. So that was the big difference with they both were very talented, both hard workers. Like, you get the average Joe fan, like, my brother say something like, none of these chicks in WNBA can mess with me. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. These ladies bust your ass, man. These women ain't playing. They can go. I played pickup with Teresa Edwards. She's a problem.
Yep.
And I can play, Don. She's a fucking problem. Excuse my French. I was like, it was one day in Chicago, Adrian, was me, T. Edwards, Hodges, Craig Hodges. We was playing. She was killing. She's a problem. So that's the misconception you get. But no, I mean that's the only real difference is like you got to really communicate with the ladies all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. I would have to agree with you.
NBA versus NBA. I was at a Run One Swim Cash. I ain't gonna call the player out. He was in his contract year, right? Working out. Swim Cash comes in the gym. They got a few other regulars. She whooped his ass. She had him so upset. Dude threw the basketball after the game was over and left. Picked up his stuff and left.
Man, listen. These guys think these ladies is just, I was in LA one time with Nikki McCrimmon, Adrian, and we were hooping. Pick up outside.
Yeah.
And Nikki got crazy handles. And she hit the guy with the whoop, whoop, whoop. And he stumbled. And he pushed her. He pushed her. I was like, yo, dude, what are you doing? That's a lady. Why are you pushing her? You gotta wear it. She just shook you. I mean, so these they can play, man. That's what it is. Yeah. I tell everybody, Adrian is like a female Mike. They don't understand it. See, people they never really saw that. the
I had
ABL
to
too
get that
much.
footage out there, man. I got so much footage. I just need to
You
start
gotta
putting it
start
up.
releasing that footage.
I'm telling you, like,
Adrian was
um,
unguardable, man. She had
that's the
just could score.
problem. And
Adrian, because you saw Adrian really get down.
Yeah,
nah,
when she's in the ABL. Whenever
She
I
could,
can catch a game or
she,
whenever I
nah.
can catch it on film, rough, I follow
Adrian could
every
score from anywhere, and she could score and she could rebound.
rebound. She rebounded the hell out of the basketball. I called
Yeah.
her baby.
So that's what the people, at one time she's considered one of the top 10 best female players in the world by Slam magazine back in the day. So
yeah,
she can go. They could go, man. They
no
could play.
doubt.
So
And I tribute a lot of that to the men, because we didn't have that, inspiration coming from female players that we saw on TV, except for when they showed the vintage, games of Old Dominion and Tennessee. Those were the games that were, Cheney State, back in the day, Coach Viv. And so that was a lot, that I would get to see. But most of my role models were men. I'm looking at Adrian Dantleys and Julius Irving and Isaiah Thomas and
see Cheryl Miller?
well, she was, she was only a little before me, so she was, college. But as far as female basketball players, me and Miller were rivals, man.
Or be
She
pros,
taught me.
yeah.
My gosh, she taught me when I was because I was playing up. It was like I remember it was like I was 14, 15 years old. I remember this, and I couldn't get past because it's like her, the McGee twins, Cynthia Cooper, couple of other
Cheryl Miller is
just
probably the
problematic.
best
They
basketball
killed us,
player
man.
female
I
I've
wore
seen.
that game. Excuse me,
She
absolutely.
could go.
Really
She could go, Don. I don't think you understand what I'm saying to you.
Now
She
I've
could-
heard the stories from
Nah.
other players that she was like she could have played in the league. Is what
Dude.
everybody said. The first thing they always say, she could have played in the NBA, no question.
She was different. She could just freaking score. She could play, man. And she was long. She didn't jump the high enough. She just get buckets.
Yeah.
She just get they tell the famous story that, and then Reggie was always, competing for his dad. They both was competing for their dad's, approval or whatever.
Yes.
And Reggie one day came home. His dad said, "How many you scored today, son?" He said, "Dad, I had 50." He's like, "Dang." He said, "Now, Cheryl, I had 50. What you had?" Cheryl had 100.
She sure did.
Yeah, she did. I heard the story.
She sure did. She had 100. It's crazy.
How you score 100?
That's ridiculous.
Easy. Just go ham, and you really have to not care. You really have
like
to not
your
care
teammates.
because
You taking
I
every
used to
shot?
have. We would play against teams, and people would get mad at me because I wouldn't just go ham on people. I felt bad, going crazy on people like that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, my 56. That's what I dropped. That was the most I scored.
That's a lot of buckets.
What was your high overseas, Goody, when you was in Brazil?
Yeah. So got my guy Rob Fuller pulling on. You good, Rob?
I'm good now. My bad on that. I was in a loud place. I was at the game. Adrian, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's going on with you, Robert?
Hey, I'm good. Just left ODU's basketball game.
I can't
Oh
hear
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay. The men.
The men, yeah, they won by 31.
Who they play?
Some junior high team. Coastal somebody. Coastal.
Okay.
like that.
Sounds good. My guy Ernest Ruffin sitting there. He was Joe Smith's agent.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Can you hear me?
I was his marketing guy, Adrian. Marketing guy.
Yeah, he
Joe's my right hand guy.
That was a good find for them to pick up Schroeder. That was a real good find for them.
Who's that?
The Lakers, when they
Who
picked up Schroeder,
Yeah. The Lakers. Yeah.
that was a real good find for them.
Oh yeah, they need a veteran like that, you know. So he was with Golden State
Schroeder.
right
Who's
first,
that?
right?
The little guard?
Yeah.
Who got him? The Lakers or the Warriors?
The
The
Warriors got him.
Lakers.
No, he played with the Warriors, right?
They had him before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's with the Golden State Warriors right now.
Yeah, he's been bounced around on a couple of teams within a 2-year period of time, and the Lakers was one of his stops. Wasn't he also in Boston?
Schroeder, the
Yeah,
guy
he was
from
in
Germany.
Boston.
Yeah, he was the Lakers. He was Lakers like year before last.
Mhm.
But he's with Golden State now,
He
right?
could play. He could play. I don't know why he can't.
Yeah, he's with Golden State now. Am I crazy?
He's with Golden
to say
State.
that
He's
he
not
was-
with the Lakers. He's with
Yeah,
Golden
he's with
State.
Golden State.
He's with Golden
Yeah.
State now.
Yeah, he played with
was
LA
with
in like the
Lakers.
22 season.
Before
Listen,
that,
Well, you know,
he made a big mistake. I
well,
think
you
they
know,
was
he
gonna pay him
played
like
he played
75,
1
80,
year with Golden State with the
and
Lakers. He
he
only played 1 year with the Lakers.
turned it down. And then he hasn't been the same since. And
So
he's
he played that
nowhere
1
near
year with the
that.
Lakers, right? He played 1 year with the Lakers, right?
He lost a lot of bread. He had that. His year with the Lakers was that good that he was going to get that kind of money. And then I think he wanted more or something, and he didn't get anything.
Yeah, and that year, I think, they didn't really have nobody at the point guard slot. They had D'Angelo Russell playing the 2. They had Lonnie Walker behind him. And then at
Why
the
did they
point,
let
I
him
think,
go?
who knows what Rob Pelinka be
Lonnie
doing.
Walker plays. He get buckets.
Buckets.
Why they let him go?
There is no reason he shouldn't be in the league.
Why they let Caruso go? I don't know.
It's time for Rob
Kuzma.
Pelinka.
I don't know why they let
James
these
let
guys.
him go. LeBron James let him go.
So KCP, why you let him go?
it's just dominoes over here. You know,
I mean, that's their chip right there. That's all they need. They need them guys right there. Yeah. So yeah, I did marketing for Joe, Adrian. I was trying to be his agent when it was time to do his deal after his rookie stuff was up. Miss Smith wanted me to be his agent. But I told you that story. Joe went with Garnett's guy because Garnett just got 105 or something like that. And
Okay.
they did some underhanded stuff.
Kevin McHale did some
David
stuff.
Stern took the contract away, fined the Timberwolves a money plus a draft pick. And I don't think Joe ever made, he might have made 20, 25. So I had him like 88, 85. I had him Rashid money with Golden State. So it didn't work out. And, he lost a lot of bread too. You got to jump on these opportunities when you get them because you never know what happens. And then those first 2 years we worked together, he was 15-8 and then 16-8. Same numbers as Rashid. And then he never had that kind of season after that. You know what I mean? Not that it was me, but we worked. I had him. We was shooting the mid range because I didn't want him on the block against Karl Malone because he couldn't mess with Malone. Malone would put that body on him, and it was a problem.
listen,
Problem.
Malone, nobody could mess with Malone.
Nah, it was a problem. So Malone would give him 40, like no problem. But I say if you take Malone to the dotted or the foul line, he can't mess with you out there. So we would really work, Don and Dominic, and but then after that, man, it was just chaos. So
He never
unfortunately,
averaged
we
more
could
than
play.
maybe 9 points the rest of his career after that?
It was over after that, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. Right? You got a window in this league. I
think
told
Joe-
Eric Williams that years ago. When you get drafted, you got 2 to 3 years to show that you can average 15. And if you don't do it within those 2 or 3 years, it's okay. You're just going to be on, a role guy. You're going to make your money, and you could be killing dudes in practice, but that's what it is. Eric Williams, like a guy took off the streets of Newark. LeBron James loved him. Loved him. I said, you got to ride this guy's coattail. He's the next one. I'm talking 20 years ago, Dominic.
Yeah, I know.
Right? He a Newark dude. He won't listen. He said, I want to play, Ruff. I said, Eric, I know you want to play, dude, but that window's shot. Now, you stay in the league and with this guy, and you could coach or advise, or you'll never not have a gig in the league.
Right.
Like Damon Jones and those type of guys.
Yeah, Dame, yo. Yeah, Dame.
I took my glasses off, agent. I couldn't see. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good. You you giving us a headshot.
Rob, but I'm not a young man anymore, Rob. Adrian forgets that. She forgets I'm an old timer.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Paul Masson. We will sell no wine before it's time. Got to age like wine. Take care of yourself. You got to worry about all that. That's why we take ginger shots with cayenne pepper and lemon in it. Keep us going. Keep the lungs moving.
That's a fact.
This gonna go down to the wire, fellas.
What I tell you, I told you, didn't I?
But the sad part about it is we're always having these rocket science conversations where I'm constantly saying it's not rocket science. You have LeBron James, 6'9", body replica of Magic Johnson. All right. But Magic, his IQ was off the chain. Right. Then you got your 7-foot guy down low. Why are you shooting? They should be punishing them in the paint. Punishing them in the paint.
But everybody wants to be a guard.
Look, who's your coach?
Yeah,
Think about that. Who's over there on the sidelines?
I don't care who's on the sideline. It's not rocket science here, fellas. All you got to do is kill them inside.
But Adrian, he makes a good point, though.
Yeah,
When
they
you got
small.
a coach,
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why they don't do it. They just shoot the three. Sacramento came back on the Knicks.
Oh, that's bad.
See, listen, Monk is OOC. All right, out of control. Monk is.
Why the Lakers let him go?
Exactly.
Adrian, why the Lakers let him go?
Because they didn't
What is with these
they
guys
didn't
over
see
there?
the potential. They didn't see the potential in him that Sacramento did. Why? I don't know. But that happens to a lot of players that go to the Knicks. He's not the first.
That dude was balling over there. Monk was balling for the Lakers.
Exactly.
I don't know what the hell Rob Pelinka doing over there.
It's time for him to go.
it's not him, it's LeBron James.
It's unfortunate.
That Monk is a baller, man. The Lakers should have kept him.
He played both ends of the floor too, and it's fearless. He don't fear nobody.
Nah, he's a baller. LeBron. I like this kid too. The Lakers got the big kid Connect. He pretty good.
Yeah. I was telling people about that kid when he was in Tennessee. They ain't want to listen.
Oh, who's it? Who?
Dalton Connect.
This Connect kid, he can play.
Who you say? What was that? Who's that kid you say?
Finney Smith is a good pickup for them. They need a player or two. Yeah, they need a player or two.
Yeah, absolutely. You know who I'm really proud of right now? I'm just so happy with his plays. My guy, DiVincenzo,
He was
out there in
balling for the
Minnesota. DiVincenzo, he balling for Minnesota right now. He balling for Minnesota right now. That's what he's doing, and I'm loving it. He put it on Golden State out in Golden State. Then he put it on them again in mini, but they fell short. But Um, that was a nice little 2-game series. I appreciated that, but I like how DiVincenzo's is coming along. And we were talking earlier. I can't wait until they really start letting Dillingham play over there. They gotta let Unleash the Beast. They gotta let Dillingham play, yo. That kid,
He got a
top
lot of
100.
game.
Wow. You talk about if there's two players that I can say, all right, and you know how I feel about Rod Strickland. You know that's my guy, hands down. Nobody had the handle like Rod. Nobody had the in and out like Rod Strick. But watch your boy Cade Cunningham. Watch him. His in and out is sick. Okay. And also Dillingham reminds me of him as well. Just because of his footwork, and how he was just, there was no east and west in this dude. He was straight north and south. And he just in and out dribble you all the way down the floor between
His
the leg
speed
in
with
and
the
out.
basketball. His speed with that basketball. Dribbling speed.
He was ball on the string. Rod Strickland started ball on the string, babe. Straight out of New York.
Yeah,
Tell me
Rock
I'm
can
wrong.
go. Yeah, well, Isaiah Thomas could do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zeke was,
yeah. Before him, I'm saying,
Isaiah was before Rod.
yeah, exactly. Before him, definitely.
Yeah.
And then, and there's a lot of good point guards out there, but he was just one of those point guards of that era, of that time that really stood out, that could really handle the ball and get the rocks in his players. We'd run amiss if we didn't, talk about my man Pearl Washington.
Bro had a lot of game. Couldn't shoot, but God, could he handle and
Who,
run the
Pearl
team?
Washington?
Yeah, he couldn't shoot it,
Yeah,
but he could run a squad.
yeah.
In the NBA, you got to be able to shoot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
And
can't.
that's what
You can't
killed a
play
lot
up
of guys.
there.
Adrian, can you guys hear me? You guys hear me?
You're muzzled, but we can.
Yeah, because I'm driving in the tunnel. I mean, I'm in the
I can't
Who,
hear
garage.
Rob? I don't hear Rob at all.
yeah, I don't hear him at all.
Not mute though, so I don't know. I can hear you guys, but you can't hear me. Right?
Adrian, you know who my guy is on Minnesota?
Who?
Nas Reed.
We were just talking about him earlier, Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he emerged. He's emerging. He's doing his thing. Nas over there doing his thing. You just wouldn't think it. You wouldn't think the guy got all that package. Because he's not.
Well,
He's
no,
not like-
Adrian. So Adrian, he lived with my best friend Rudy in Newark.
Rudy.
So Nas is from Asbury Park, and then he went to Roselle Catholic, and he was living with Rudy probably since his sophomore year. And Rudy would say, "Ruff, I want you to come see Nas Reed play, and let me know what you think." So I went to Roselle Catholic's game against my boy Kevin Boyle at Mount Verd, and Kevin had R.J. Barrett. And he had the big kid, I think, and I saw him against that big kid from Miami Heat, Richardson or whatever his name is. And so, but Nas was about 6'9" then, but he could put it on the floor, AG, and he could shoot the three. And he had a down low game, footwork. I said, this kid's a pro, Rue. And he had the right attitude. So he had it, and then he at LSU, he was straight balling. Don't ask me why he didn't get drafted. I have no idea. Rue called me crying that night. I had no idea. I said, the kid he took him to the 16. Balls. He was 20. Rue said, Ruff. I said, did he do something? Did he choke a girl? What did he do? Rue said, Ruff, he didn't do nothing. I said, well, you know what you got to do now? You got to go to the summer league. He got to go to work. He got to go to work in the summer league. Simple as that.
He didn't work in the summer league.
I talked to Nas maybe once or twice. Very quiet kid. Don't say much. He didn't talk to me much, but I talked to Rudy every day. I said, Rue, he got to go to the summer league, and he got to go to fucking work. And then he did, and got a two-way, and he just been balling ever since. You know, Rue died on us 2 years ago. So,
Yeah, God bless his soul. Right?
yeah. Rue and I, we met on the basketball court. We was like 14, 15. And been boys ever since. So, but I like Nas's progress, man. He's hooping. I just saw Gilbert Arenas' kid give him some business, though.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Did you see that, Dominic?
Yeah.
Over the summer they were playing. That Gilbert Arenas' kid got a lot of game and he long.
Yeah, he long and he got an IQ. He got his dad's IQ. He's smart.
That kid gonna be something else.
Yeah, he's gonna be dangerous.
I'm still a little bit in shock that LA can't get past Golden State.
They missing. I don't know what they missing.
They're missing a lot. Look at the who they got out there on the floor right now.
This Vincent kid ain't a bad role player. The Christie kid defends, so he plays because he can defend.
Yeah, he definitely does that. You know, and the people that can defend will also, you know, have longevity in the league as well. You know,
They got my kid. They got our kid Cam Reddish over there too, but you know he hurt.
Yeah, Cam is a problem.
This kid was supposed to be something special. What happened to him?
Cam Reddish?
He was supposed to be that dude.
Well, I mean, he's been on several teams too. It's hard to be that dude when you getting shuffled around a little bit.
Well, Adrian, you know, when you come out as that dude or that lady and you get shuffled around, something ain't right. Either your game ain't transferring to the pros, or you got problems.
Yeah,
so Jason Kidd got traded a lot. Well, we know he had game, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But there was always something, you know.
He likes to beat up on his women. So that's the problem. In certain places, Phoenix ain't going for it in Arizona. Stuff like that, you know. So he did okay in New York. The problem the problem he had in New York is NBA dudes ain't the only dudes with money in New York. So you can hit if you want to, you're gonna lose it to a dude with some money. Right? So either you very talented or you got other issues. But if you good, we not letting you go for 4 or 5 years until you get old like Jimmy Butler. So I don't know what it is for this kid Cam that his game is not going to the league like that because he could flat out play in college. And he was a stud in high school, as y'all know.
I mean, he could flat out play in the pros. He balling. He just, like I said, he's not a permanent fixture on anyone's team, you know. And when that happens, that's usually your character.
Atlanta should have never let him go.
Man,
the trade would have been ridiculous.
Man, I was like,
where did that Jefferson kid they got over there come from? You know, I'm talking about that high flyer Atlanta guy. Where did he come from?
You mean Jalen Johnson?
Yeah, where did that kid come from? That dude be dunking on everybody for
Jalen Johnson was over at he went to Duke. I don't think if my memory serves me correctly, he didn't play that much in college. He only played like 13 games and got hurt and went straight to the league. He was like, I ain't taking no chances with this injury thing. I'm going straight to the league.
He be dunking like this, Adrian. He be dunking like this. I'm like he put you in there. I'm like, good God, I ain't seen nobody get up like this guy put you in the hole, man.
Yo, I've been, you know, another little young stunner I appreciate we were talking about earlier, Dom, was your boy Whitmore down there with the Rockets. He just dunking on people like, you know, time to make the donut. Boom. Time to make the donuts.
Rockets got a good young squad too.
Yeah.
Houston is like is a problem for real.
They got Ume over there.
And I mean, Green, he balling. Then you got your role players playing their roles and doing what they're supposed to do. I like how Houston coming together. I like
They
seeing
just
some. I mean, even the Clippers trying to do something. Clippers, Magic, Bulls, Denver, of course, Cleveland. They out front. I hope they don't stay out front and then get to the playoffs and then do the monster mash.
My son texted me, he got a new girlfriend.
Don't you be putting Daddy Boy's business out here on millions. Leave Daddy Boy alone. Daddy Boy, he the apple off the tree. Gotta have the ladies. LeBron gotta stop playing like he's scared to crease them shoes. And
LeBron be pacing, man. 40.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He be looking at the clock. You notice he look at the clock a whole lot more than he used to. Like
They working the crap out the old timer, man. He said. Bron said he got to take it easy. Bronny had 31 last night.
yeah, I definitely that's what I was talking about in the very beginning. You know, I'm excited about nephew. Top
He
100.
getting his confidence back.
getting it figured out.
Yeah, I mean, he just needed some time. He was always a great player.
Yeah, he had that surgery. And then, you like, okay. You go out there, you're like, all right, can I play? My heart gonna give out? He had to get past that. He dunked on dude yesterday. Did y'all see the dunk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Hey, his upper body strength is ridiculous.
He athletic like his father. He's just not as tall.
Yeah,
No, we were just having a conversation. Yeah, he don't have the height, but he got his IQ's off the chain.
Other kid gonna be as tall, but he ain't as athletic. He can shoot it, but he don't. But the Brownie kid he's bouncy like his father, man. He's just 6'2".
Yeah, he got bounced.
He got excellent defensive instincts. His defense is good.
So
I see it. I definitely.
yeah, I said, okay, kid.
He's gonna get his swagger back, and you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind. I got my guy Don Dada, Dominique Wilf on the show, co-hosting. Ernest Ruffin co-hosting, chilling out, watching the Lakers, Golden State. So, you still think it's gonna go down to the wire, Don?
Absolutely. With the Warriors pulling it away. And in the end, they at home.
Adrian, check out the ladies on the commercials.
I see. We need a new commercial. They've been running that one for a while.
Oh,
Yeah, they've been running that one forever. Like we'll get one commercial, and that'll be the commercial, universal commercial. They'll never do another one. It's maddening. After 27, 28 years, they still we'll get one or two commercials, and they'll run those to death, and nobody knows anybody but 5 people in the league. It's absolutely incredible marketing.
that's a lead. That's a lead commercial. That's a WNBA commercial.
Carfax or CarMax.
That's a league deal.
Hang on one second. I'm gonna refill my drink.
Don, where you living at these days?
Oh, I'm in Michigan now. I was in Houston for a minute with my buddy Janelle Burse. Remember her? Used to play for the Seattle Storm. She was Lauren Jackson's backup.
Okay.
Yeah. We had our own women's league for a couple of years.
Okay.
Minor league. We had our own women's minor league for a couple of years in Houston. We were trying to run it. Things were going, they were going all right. At the time, Lisa Borders was the commissioner with the W. We go to Lisa. Hey, they should have the same exact thing that the men do. Why don't the women have a developmental league? Lisa was somewhat all for it. She go to silver, puppet. They shot that down real quick.
It's crazy how they don't want the brothers to have no leagues.
Exactly.
They want us to play, right? So like LeBron and them, LeBron and Maverick are talking about starting this international league.
Yeah, I heard. I heard.
The next day, Silver was making an NBA
You saw the press conference.
press conference that they're going to do an international league, or they're going to start bringing. They're going to do a team in Europe or a couple teams in Europe. They didn't get behind Ice Cube's Big Three. You know, I mean, it's what these guys don't understand is the younger guys, right? They're making money and they're getting smarter with it, and they just want to be included, man. But
Yeah.
they're gonna mess around. The younger guys are more popular, right? And they're gonna mess around and hurt themselves. Their league, these younger guys, going to keep doing this until they get their league, and their league going to be more popular and have more fans. So you got to be inclusive, or you're going to lose. You're going to lose. So they got to get smarter. So they don't want to. They don't want to be inclusive.
100% correct.
Absolutely. Had to refill my iced tea.
No reason why they shouldn't be behind a minor league. So now they and then they're trying to start a 3-on-3 in the Olympics, and they're trying to start some other kind of 3-on-3 for the guys. I see the ladies started one, but they should be behind Ice Cube's league because he's taking former NBA players and they're playing and giving them, you know, and it's good basketball. But they don't want the brothers to have own anything, man, own the league or nothing. And these guys are gonna own one, I'm telling you, because they got enough money. Collectively, they're getting smarter. So it's inevitable. And at some point, they're gonna team up with some Africans or some dudes from Dubai. Or, you know.
Dubai is the next one. Yep.
Yeah, with the big money. And they're more popular. We make everything hot. So it's gonna. These guys are going to exclude them own selves, not being inclusive.
I have to agree with you on that. There was a valid point. You know, I was having a really interesting conversation with Nancy Lieberman on not the last podcast, but the one before. And, you know, we were sitting around, we were talking about that. And I asked her that question, like, you know, the importance of a developmental league, you know, on the women's side. And she was like, I agree with you wholeheartedly that there should be a developmental league, but you know, we can't just keep throwing stuff up against the wall and hoping that it sticks. Let's just develop what we have, expand on the teams that we have right now, and then build it up to 26 teams, get to where, you know, the men don't even know how many are on the men's side now. We keep on adding and subtracting. So let's follow suit. But at the same time, you know, it took a long time for a men's G League to develop. You know, what is it now? 20 years for a G League? 15, 20 years before
that was the CBA at first.
Yep, the CBA. And then, so it's taken a while for it to kick off. I would agree with what, Nancy said in regards to let's just keep on expanding and developing and creating jobs, you know, because you got so many people trying to get so few jobs at this point. So, you know, as long as it's a stepping stone and, you know, they're saying they're going to create these different teams and, you know, and then they're going to allow, you know, former players to come back and coach and, you know, not just coach, because, you know, I think that sometimes we get so caught up in thinking that she played, so she's probably going to make a good coach. Not necessarily, you know, she could be, you know, a good accountant. You know, we go to school. She could be a good maybe there's somebody that could be a team doctor. You know, the player personnel. There's a director of business operations, basketball operations, all types of positions that are available out there that I'd like to see us stepping into. And kudos to the Dallas Wings for making that happen this year.
Yeah, when Don was talking about, he was trying to start a minor league with a former player.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think
Ice Cube got the 3-on-3. I see LeBron and Maverick just announced that they're going to do an international league, like an NBA international.
Because it's easier to do.
They don't want us to own no leagues. I told Dom the next day, Adam made an announcement that they're going to be a team in Europe, a couple teams in Europe, and to take the league more international. What I'm saying to these guys is if they keep being exclusive, they're going to lose because these young guys have a lot of money and they're the popular ones. They're the reason why the kids follow, right? They're going to start a league that's going to become bigger than the NBA because they're not inclusive. And they're gonna miss out.
Listen,
For some reason, Nike think they the bomb. We made Nike. It's just as simple. It was Spike Lee and Michael Jordan. Nike was a running shoe company in Portland, Oregon for yuppies. Small.
knocking on doors, selling stock.
MJ took off. Spike Lee did the commercial.
Mars Blackman.
And then all the black kids started buying them and through the roof. Now, if I go ask Nike for some money, guess what they're going to give me? They're going to give me some T-shirts and tell me they want to build a basket. They'll redo a basketball park in my neighborhood. But the young people standing in line ain't giving out T-shirts. They're giving cold-hearted cash. Give that cash back. Right, to the communities. I don't see no Nike-led urgent care center in the urban areas. I don't see Nike-led strip mall in the areas. Coca-Cola, Pepsi. These companies are going to lose. The young people are getting smart, and we make these companies. They think they make themselves. It's the consumers, and the consumers are young black people who make it hot, and then the whites come on board after it's hot. And they're going to mess around, and these young people are going to get them, right? And they don't want to do nothing but just be included. There's no reason why they should not be behind Ice Cube's league. I'm happy to see the young ladies in the WNBA start their own 3-on-3. Let's see if they push that. But you got to be inclusive or you're going to lose because there's too much money in the rest of the world. You don't have to depend on American money all the time no more.
Yeah, and that's a valid point coming from, a marketing guru as yourself. It's just knowledge, just kicking knowledge and nuggets on the show, and you're listening to a WNBA State of Mind. Here doing a watch party, the Lakers and, Golden State, at the half right now. LeBron James over there with 11 points, is still riding his back. I think that they need to pound that ball in the paint. I'm going to keep saying it, pound the ball in the paint. And even if they, if they take good shots, AD's still going to get it off of the rim. So take good shots, get to those sweet spots. Like I said, Golden State is my West Coast team, but they've changed the dynamics up so much that I'm just confused.
Hey, they still the same formula, right? 27 threes taken in the first half. 27.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the reason why they're keeping the game close. They're keeping it close is because they like to get in that run and gun from the three, and when we started out the game, the Lakers, they first couple of points, they had pounded it in the paint. And then all of a sudden they decided, hey, we're going to, start shooting threes with them, which is always a bad idea, and a recipe for disaster versus a team like Golden State. Steph going to come off the screen. And Steph going to Steph you. He going to make it do what it do.
The Knicks are blowing the Kings out now again.
Say this again.
The Knicks are blowing the Kings out in the fourth quarter, 123 to 108.
Oh, wow. They in New York?
Yeah, Knicks tough. Knicks tough.
Yeah, they just got to get past that. What is it? Second round blues? What is it?
Yeah, this year they should.
I mean, it would be nice to see that for them. I was actually sad to see the Liberty go.
Where they go? Brooklyn?
And leave the Garden, but they went to Brooklyn. So, they got a championship in Brooklyn. And I mean, they went to a better place, a better atmosphere. They were treating them better.